a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shakes. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin problem, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead, Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
TC got married. TC lost her ring. The laundry people had to go and look all up and through the laundry to find TC's engagement ring because she lost it. Yeah, they got married. It rained. It seemed really bad at first. Pepper sent a letter. I'm tired of TT and Sean. Because it seemed like they like each other, but then it seemed like they don't like each other. It was boring. Twisting his girlfriend. Good for y'all. I don't care. Sam had a fight. So now we know why Sam's face looked like that when him and Egypt when they got married. Egypt must have found out she was pregnant, and they went ahead and had a little Vegas wedding after he had, been in a fight, because he fights professionally. Sean and TC, you said they're cute? Okay. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. They're both attractive. They're both very attractive. So yeah, they could be cute. They was cute. Moving on. Like, the show is boring. There are way too many people in this fucking photo for that episode to only have been about TT and Sean's lackluster ass wedding. No disrespect. Like, I know, I'm saying lackluster as it pertains to reality TV. She lost her ring. Oh my God. Fuck out of here. It was boring. There are way too many people on this show, and y'all are not following them. We don't know what's going on in their personal lives. Y'all are only focusing on certain people, and those certain people are not entertaining enough to watch for a whole episode. I just was kind of like, I don't know why y'all did this. Okay? I don't. y'all gonna forgive me because I did not make the graphics that I needed to make for this show. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Like it did escape me. It absolutely did escape me this time around, but that's okay because I do still have visuals. They're just not, my cute little, regular cutout, put on the background, shadow. You know what I'm saying? We do extra for the production value of the videos, okay? But y'all are gonna forgive me because y'all are actually here for my commentary, okay? And so y'all are gonna forgive me in this moment, all right? And I'm gonna love you for it, okay? But this, for not boring, didn't need it. I'm about to get into K. Michelle's killer body. Just give me a second because I'm waiting for the photos to load. Okay, here we go. Sasha. Sasha was the first person that we talked about on K. Michelle's killer body this week. This was her body. She went and got a BBL tummy tuck. I don't know what they did with the fat that they took out. I don't know if they put it in her ass. I missed that portion because they did not talk about that at all. Sasha is a mother of 6. When they were showing us pictures, I saw a man. But when it came time for someone to be with her while she was going through her surgery and to be there to help her, I did not see a man. So I was like, girl, what black man you let put 6 children in you and then leave you destitute? Or was it several black men that you allowed to impregnate you with 6 children and then leave you destitute? I don't know. Her kids look well taken care of, don't get me wrong. But she had 6 kids and her stomach was, doing the thing that it does when you've had all those children and stretch your skin, stretch your body out. So she wanted a tummy tuck and a BBL. Okay, that's her. That's her. She wanted a tummy tuck and a BBL. Okay. And this is another situation where we like, y'all really have got to start losing the weight before y'all come to people asking them to suck fat out of places. Like, we know y'all need a little fat to suck it out and put it into your ass, but nobody's gonna suck the fat up from around your neck, up from around your arms, up from around your chest. So it will behoove you to get into some type of workout regimen, you know what I'm saying? So that once you are doing this, you're still, you're smaller and it makes sense. That didn't make sense to me. Okay. But either way, let's go ahead and talk about what all went down with her. Her stomach is all her kids talk about. Her kids will come up to her and pull her dress up to show people her stomach. I said, that's when you need to start checking your kids. Like, why your kids look all of age. Why are they coming up to you and pulling your dress up to show people your stomach? Like, that seems weird to me that you would not slap their hand or tell them don't do. Like, I'm sure she does, and they keep doing it either way. That's weird as fuck to me. That to me, that makes me feel like your children don't have any discipline. Because I would never go up to my mom and try to disrobe her in front of people, even at 6, 7, 8. Like, that wasn't something that was on my mind. So I just kind of feel like that's because you stand in the mirror and look at yourself in front of your children and pick yourself apart in front of your children. And so now your children are picking you apart and doing it in front of people because they've watched you do that. I was like, you have to correct that. Okay, those are your children. You have to correct that. All right. She says that ever since she had her BBL tummy tuck, her stomach has been numb. It has a burning sensation. It is not comfortable at all. She says that she found a doctor on Instagram that performed the surgeries on Instagram Live. I wonder which doctor this was. Who y'all think this was? Because there are a lot of doctors that do this. But I be wondering sometimes, is it anybody we know? And I also feel like y'all need to start calling these doctors out by name. I'm sure there's some legalities to why they didn't do that. But I feel like if there are people out there putting on Instagram Live that they're doing good surgeries, all for a woman to end up going through this type of, fugaziness, to be tricked in this way, I feel like, first of all, whenever y'all are tricked, y'all have decided to go against y'all better judgment because y'all want to look this way so bad and y'all don't have all of the money. Okay? So, look, Dr. Miami looking at, okay, look, I don't know if it's him, because Dr. Miami seemed like he should have, she shouldn't be pulling up to an apartment building to get surgery done by Dr. Miami. Okay. But either way,
She says that when she went to go get the surgery, she pulled up to an apartment building. Girl, that was the first thing you did wrong. They charged her a $250 late fee because she was 15 minutes late. Second thing that you went along with that you shouldn't have went along with. The consultation was over the phone. Third thing that you shouldn't have went along with. If you can't go to the place beforehand and a doctor physically examine you, then you don't need to get surgery by them. Period. Okay. Then they did the BBL tummy tuck while she was awake. She could feel all of the tugging and everything. Okay. Gave her a Xanax and a Percocet and just told her to relax. Girl, get the fuck out of here. She felt the tugging and pulling and burning. The procedure wasn't even an hour long. She said she saw them take the fat out, but she don't know where they put it. Her stomach was basically just folded over. It wasn't a real tummy tuck. They didn't suck out a lot of the fat. They didn't fix any of the skin. And I almost felt like y'all just like basically chopping people up and taking their money. Because that the way her stomach looked, y'all weren't trying to do a tummy tuck on her. Y'all were trying to chop her up and, and take her money and run, basically. Okay. She did not know that the doctor wasn't board certified. Y'all should always make sure your doctors are board certified. That's another thing. Do y'all hear me? If the doctor is not board certified, if the doctor does not do the consultation in person, if the doctor asks you to pull up to a apartment building, if the doctor charges you a $250 late fee for being 15 minutes late, y'all, none of that works. None of that works. All of that was signs that she shouldn't have gotten surgery by these people. So just pay attention to that moving forward. So if you want to go and do this to yourself, which I don't suggest that you do, but if you want to go and do this to yourself, these are the things that you should definitely feel like are red flags and why you should not trust those people to cut into your body for all of those reasons they just gave you. Okay? So she had to go shopping for undergarments. She brought her homegirl with her to go get the Faja undergarments. That's another thing y'all need to know about if y'all go and get this shit done. Don't just be out here wrapping yourself in saran wrap. You have to get the proper garments to hold your body together while it is healing so that it will heal the way it's supposed to heal. Okay. She talks about calling the nurse about what was going on with her body after the surgery and them blocking her. 8 days post-surgery, it was still a lot of fatigue after she had her correction surgery, but it took her a while to get better. But y'all know she eventually got the correction surgery and she looked way better. This was her stomach after. Now, this is only what I saw, but this is way better than this. That doctor did an excellent job on correcting her stomach. Okay. She obviously still, has some fat, but her body is still fat. So to me, it doesn't make sense to make a fat bitch look skinny if she still got fat everywhere else. Like, that's just dumb. Okay. That looks weird. But her stomach looks way, way, way better. The skin looks healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, good for her. Good for her. And now her children can stop pulling at her fucking body like that, weird ass kids. All right, y'all, let's move on to the next one. That's Ash. Ash is a trans man, which means, biologically born female and then transition to male. And that's important to the story because a part of the problem, hold up, let me make sure. Do I have, okay, this is after. Where's the before picture? The problem is that people sign on to do these surgeries and they don't agree with the person's lifestyle. And I don't even like saying that because I don't like saying that, how somebody chooses to live their life is a lifestyle because I feel like it demeans their experience. Okay. As if it's some, like a lifestyle is something you choose to do. Essentially you do choose to go through the physical transformation, but ultimately you sign up to remove breasts and create the illusion of a male pectoral chest, right? Which is what Ash wanted. Ash really wanted to get rid of his boobs. He went and had the surgery, and this is what happened. The doctor obviously did not fully remove all of the fat, okay? Because you see there's lumping on the sides. One of the nipples scabbed over and looked like it was about to fall off. Okay. So Ash was not happy with this at all because it still was showing boobage. It was still giving you an A cup when I'm supposed to have no cup. Okay. So let's go into Ash's notes. Okay. Ash's wife had to wait in the car 6 hours for the surgery. Okay, now I would not have been bothered by that because of the COVID pandemic laws. Maybe they were just like, we don't allow people to sit in the lobby, so you can wait in your car, but you can't wait in here. Understand that. Ash woke up covered in blood. The breasts were still there, just smaller. He goes to another doctor, and it was a female doctor, and she asked Ash what he sees the issues are with the breast. Like, what do you see? And that was so important because Ash needed to express how he felt about his appearance. Because if you don't respect the person and what they're trying to accomplish, then you half-ass and fuck up their surgery so that you can get their money and run, while simultaneously not giving them what they wanted. Okay. So Ash was really, really feeling away. He also mentions missing his breasts once they were gone. Ash is also a religious person, so he prayed a lot, you know, and I think it was just trying to show y'all that trans people come in all different shapes and forms, happily married, you know, religious, just wanting to look like what they feel they should look like. Okay. But I still felt like that was a very interesting conversation about you low-key regretting it. Okay. Not saying that you completely regretted the top surgery, but missing them after, I thought was a very interesting thing to bring up. You know what I'm saying? Very, very interesting, because I've heard in conversation about trans people going through like physical, you know, surgery transformations because they feel like, I want to look like what I feel like I should look like. And they go and get these surgeries, and then after, they kind of regret it. And I wonder, you know what I'm saying? I just find it fascinating because I feel like it's such a, you know, a firm decision to make. But you always, you know, you think you feel in a way until it's gone. And then you're feeling like, you know, shit, should I have done that? You know what I mean? And to be honest, y'all, I often wonder in my mind about the conversation about trans people and how they feel about who they are and how that translates to the physicality. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a very complex conversation, and I don't want to have it, you know what I'm saying, ignorantly. Okay. And I also don't want to give like full opinion about something that I don't personally experience like that. But I just find it very fascinating, and it just makes me wonder about the psyche and what happens before and then after and what that really feels like. And I feel like it's important to be honest about what those experiences are, because people should know, like these younger kids coming up feeling like they don't want to look a certain way and they should go and get these surgeries. They should also have the information that even if you don't feel good inside your skin, you still may not feel good after you make the change. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like that was a very interesting conversation, and he, you know, he was right. It needs to be talked about more often. But he was happy with the surgery. Once, you know, he was healed and able to not have that very feminine looking, you know, breast type of situation, he felt much better about himself and being able to be outside cutting the grass and all of that. I'm like, ain't that some shit? You want to become a man just so you can be outside with your nipples out? Ugh. Okay, because women, we can't be out here with our nipples out, but y'all could be out here with y'all nipples out because y'all don't have no extra skin. Ain't that some bullshit? Like, I'm saying, I don't want to be outside with my titties out. It's too hot. Okay. But you know, sometimes I just be looking like, this is so weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just extra fat. Like women's titties, no, we can't see them. Janet Jackson gets blackballed because y'all saw a fucking nipple. And men can be out here showing y'all all the areola and nipple they want to. Ain't that some shit? It's very complex. Perhaps it's like when you lose another part of your body, and get the phantom feeling because a piece of you feels gone. I hope that's not. Yeah, no. I hope it's not disrespectful as well, because I feel like the conversation is very interesting. And I feel like every time we want to talk about something, it shouldn't be perceived as being offensive because people are discussing what they're noticing. Like, it's not to make anybody feel bad. It's just fascinating in this conversation that we're having because of the show. But ultimately, I'm glad that Ash and Sasha got the desired, you know, outcome that they wanted from their surgeries. And I'm still wondering what happened to Sasha in the fact that was supposed to go in her ass. because they completely left that part out. Okay, completely left that out. Doctors performing surgery on Instagram Live is very disturbing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hope that they are getting people's okay to do that before they do it, because I don't like that shit. Don't put me on no motherfucking don't put me nowhere I'm not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a private matter. Okay, I know. Maddie has spoken several times about her wanting to keep her, very large member down there. I don't begrudge her either. Girl, if you want titties and a big old dick, that's your prerogative. Live your life, girl, because they got some men's out here that love to see some big old titties and a big old dick right up under it. Y'all can blame pornocopia and real sex for that one, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I just remember this episode of Pornocopia where they were talking about like the trans porn. And these beautiful women with big old dicks. And it's just like, I don't care how you slice it, you don't know how to feel. Nigga be looking like, I don't know how to feel. I don't know. Should I be turned on? Should I be this? I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. It's just weird. I don't know. But whatever y'all want to do, y'all. Whatever y'all want to do is your body. If you want to, add shit to it, take shit off, child, that's your prerogative. Okay? Just don't be out here leaking on the streets. Don't be out here leaking all over the pavement. We about to go ahead and get into Love After Lockup, y'all. So make sure that y'all like the video. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to eat me a little piece of banana. I ain't eating nothing yet. Okay, excuse me. Hold on. Because I actually have a picture for them. Child, we know. I really enjoy pornocopia. I learned so much. Me too. That's what I'm saying. Don't be leaking on the streets, because that's what y'all do. Y'all be out here getting these surgeries, leaking on the streets, girl. Don't leak on the street. Let's get into Love After Lockup, y'all. Because I'm getting through this relatively quickly, I might come back to y'all with Black Ink Crew and Jocelyn's cabarets. Okay. But it just might be a little later. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do feel like while I do have this energy, I want to get my workout done. So I might come to y'all after this one for another one. If not, it'll just be tomorrow. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into Indy and Harry, y'all. So Indy and Harry. Okay, this is Love After Lockup. We saw them in the Love Before Lockup episodes, right? So Indy and Harry, he apologizes because he was talking to her crazy last episode. And telling her that, if you believe in your psychic and you betting against me, that's the biggest mistake you ever made in your life. I'm like, nigga, you're in jail. Somebody betting against you is not the biggest mistake they've ever made in their life, because the nigga that could have betted against you, you ended up in jail, they won. Okay, they won. What are you talking about? You sound stupid. But anyway, he apologizes for talking to her crazy. She still wants to move to Ohio, regardless of the fact that this man doesn't seem to really... First of all, he's a child. Let's start there. Second of all, he's in a halfway house, smoking, drinking, not doing what he's supposed to be doing. You think that he's going to get out and be your spiritual husband and treat you right and be, a family man to kids that don't belong to him and, to a child that doesn't belong. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I think he's immature. I think he's going to dog you out. I think you're going to look like the dummy you look like now, walking around trying to make fetch happen when fetch is in jail. Okay. Londa, her sister, Londa is extremely beautiful. Londa feels, and she looks just like the mama. They all look like the mama, but Londa, it was just like real pretty. Londa, her sister, feels like Indy is being stupid. Okay. She's not giving up on her spiritual husband. And Londa feels like that's dumb. Because he dogging you out. He cheating on you. Okay, we just looked through his phone. All up and through his phone, he had pictures of naked bitches showing their titties. So obviously he's talking to other women. And Indy has decided that she wants to be with him so bad that she's okay with that, even though she says she's not okay with that. Indy talks to her friend Stacy about the pictures that she found on Harry's Facebook. She's not happy about it, but she's still moving because she loves him. Stacy says that she doesn't love him. Girl, you don't know him. Shout out to Stacy. And Stacy also feels like you don't love him because you haven't fucked him yet, which is ignorant, but I understand what she means. You don't even know what the dick do. How you love him and you don't know what the dick do? You just trusting that the dick do something and you don't know. It could be lackluster dick. Having a big dick doesn't mean somebody can fuck. Okay, that's another thing. She's gonna talk about. I've seen it. No. We talked about this yesterday. Having a big dick does not mean you can fuck. Honestly, a lot of the times it means you lay there like a pillow princess and expect women to do everything because you got a big old dick. Don't nobody care. Niggas with big dicks, all they want you to do is ride their dick. That's all they want to do is lay down, sit down, so that, they go, child, no. Get out of my face with this. Then she tells her mom that she's going back to Ohio. Her mom says, you don't know him, that's stupid. What's different this time than the last time when you tried to move your ass out there with nothing but a U-Haul, okay? What's different? She says, well, this time she's aligned her chakras and she said her mantras. And I'm just like, listen, I'm all about speaking the life you want into existence and believing in your own power and intuition as a woman and relying on your own energy to push you forward. Girl, I am all here for that. But you are not relying on your own energy. You're not relying on your own intuition. You can say those mantras as much as you want to, but you're ignoring your common sense because you're thirsty for a man. That's sad. So nothing's different. Indy thinks that her relationship with Harry is going to be perfect because a lot of y'all live in fairy tale land and have no idea that marriage and relationships are not a fairy tale. It's not a happily ever after. You're not a fucking, princess being scooped up by a prince. And like, that's not what's happening. It's not white picket fence, bitch. White picket fences get dirty. What are you talking about? Okay. So she takes her baby and drives to Ohio at night. Okay. He calls her on the phone and tells her to come and get him. She goes to his sister's house and they cook in anticipation for him getting out of jail. Okay. And they talk about Harry and Indy moving into his sister's house. His sister got her haircut. It was cute. Her little short haircut was cute. Okay. Indy had also cut all of the damaged ends off her hair. And I wish she would just decide whether her hair is going to be straight or curly because it's always frizzy. So I just be feeling like, so are you one of those people that don't know what your hair really look like? Because your hair looks a mess. Is it frizzy or is it straight? Like, pick a side. It was moving, because she cut the dead ends off. So it had body, but it just looked like you flat ironed it and went outside into some steam and it got fucked up and you was just like, I'm going to leave it like this. Anyway, they talked about the situation and sis got some house rules. Okay. She tells Indy that she needs to stop listening to that psychic and make her own decisions. And she also says that it's inappropriate for her daughter to call Harry daddy and it's, it needs to stop. And I agreed with all of that. His mom, but I'm going to tell y'all, even though I agreed with what they were saying, I felt like I don't like the way they are treating Indy because even though she's crazy, it's almost like your brother is a part of this too, but you're only seeing her as the problem. Like, I don't know it, but that's the vibe I'm getting. And then the mom said something that made me know what it was. The mom said, I don't know, about Indy because, I'm a Puerto Rican woman and we let the man chase us, so I don't know why, she's chasing him and all of that, And when the mama said that, I was like, okay. So because you're a Puerto Rican woman and not because you're a woman with confidence. Honestly, Harry's mother is quite beautiful, but the black woman in me wants to let you bitches know that y'all are usually bad-bodied and aged terrible. So please calm the fuck down with trying to be superior to black women. Calm it down just a little bit. Just a tad bit, Mom. Okay. Because how old are you exactly? Because I bet you any money you're probably younger or the same age as my mom, and my mom looks younger than you. So let's calm down a little bit with the, I'm a Puerto Rican woman and we don't chase men like, the black girls do. That's what she was given. That's what she was given. And I want her to slow her roll. I want her to slow her roll. Because y'all may let these niggas chase y'all, absolutely, but y'all still end up with no men around. Where's your man, mama? They chasing you. Where your man at? I don't see no men around his family. All it is a bunch of bad-bodied women. A bunch of thick-back women. Listen, y'all know I don't like to say stuff like that. But the older I get, the more I'm tired of playing with y'all. And when y'all offend me as a black woman, I'm going to offend you. Get that together first. Okay? Because it didn't, you could have just been like, as a woman, I want a man to chase me. And mama, I would have been right there with you. But the assignment of it being because you're Puerto Rican, I was just like, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. So you think you coming from an island that was populated by slaves and Spaniard white people raping and pillaging and shit makes you feel like you are to be chased and other women are not. Y'all got the tea, right? You got the tea, right? And then it made sense why it seemed like, even though we're all looking at Indy like she don't make sense, there was a little extra something in there about Indy. And because we don't like Indy, we was kind of like, we get it. But in that moment, I was like, got it. Y'all want him to be with a Puerto Rican girl. Y'all want him to go chase a Puerto Rican girl. Y'all don't want him to be with the Dominican that he's okay, with the Dominican or the Trinidadian bitch, you know what I'm saying? Because Indy's people, they're black, but they also give me, somebody's an island black folk. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's a we came to America black folk, just like Harry's people, but somehow there's a differentiation. I think Indian and Puerto Rican too. I thought so too until she said that. And to me, that let me know that Indy's not Puerto Rican. Indy's probably Dominican or Trinidadian or one of the other island Spanish-speaking people that were mixed with the colonizers and the Africans or the native people. Okay? Either way, I didn't like that. Okay, I didn't like that. But Harry gets out of jail. He is hopeful and happy for a second chance. I always think it's so crazy the moment when they get out of jail and we get to see the person that was in prison on the outside of prison. And it endeared me to Harry. Even though I know going forward, Harry is going to be problematic, entitled, misogynistic, disrespectful, and annoying as fuck moving forward. Because he comes from a family of Puerto Rican women that probably treat him like a little king, even though he does nothing but act a fool and go in and out of jail and cause them heartache and trauma. Child, y'all should be happy. Okay, y'all should be happy that people even want to fool with y'all sons when they be in jail like this. You know what I'm saying? Because they always be like, what you want, girl? Look, you should be happy anybody want to mess with your fucking son instead of questioning whether he had to protect his booty hole in prison or not. Let's move on, y'all. There's something condescending about that. What exactly are you implying, Puerto Rican mama? You know what she was implying. That's old school Puerto Rican. They better than black women. You got to remember. Indy mama, black, not sure about that. Yeah. No, but you can still tell there's something. The sister, like there's something else. Okay, that's why I said Trinidadian or Dominican, because it's giving something else, but also black. Oh, okay, but some of the siblings look like Harry and them. Yeah, exactly, because everybody is of Latina. Okay, not Sin. Basically, it's giving Sin Santana. It's very much giving Dominican. You know what I'm saying? But the Puerto Ricans, that was always the issue. When I was growing up, everybody used to kind of make it seem like the Puerto Ricans thought they was better than the Mexicans and the Dominicans and, you know, all of the other Latina and Hispanic ethnicities that speak Spanish, that come to America, that also have Black family members, because every other ethnicity that is not European has dark complected Black people, Asian, Hispanic, Latina, all of those. That's why they're people of color, because they literally come in colors just as dark as ours in their ethnicity, but they're not publicized. They're not publicized. Okay. So yeah, y'all, that's Indy and Harry. Let's go ahead and move on to the next couple. All right. Taylor and Chance, where are they? Because y'all know I told y'all I didn't make no full graphics for these, but they here. Hold up, where is that? Where is that? Taylor and Chance. Y'all, Taylor is problematic. Taylor is problematic. So Taylor says that she and Chance have been together a year. He robbed a bank at a grocery store. Not a bank, at a grocery store. She says that he flirted with her. She met him through her ex who was in prison. They were friends. I'm like, so your old man was in prison. You was talking to him, ended up meeting his other homeboy in prison, and now you fucking him? Girl, you doing a lot. Anyway, she likes that he calls her, and then, you know, he gets other people to call her, like, you know, like controlling, you know, like he's trying to make sure she's not fucking somebody else, even though he's in prison and it's impossible for him to control somebody while he's being controlled. That's the funny part. Like, you're in jail being told when to piss, shit, and go to sleep, but you want to like keep tabs on somebody like you actually controlling somebody's life. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Okay. But anyway, she's ditzy. She's ditzy. She's irresponsible. It's not a good look at all. Her sister went to prison. She has a twin sister, and her sister just got out of prison. And I think she feels like she's the good twin. So she feels like she needs to always keep an eye out on her sister. And also her sister knows the game of men in prison and people in prison, period. So she don't trust Chance's ass, which I feel like she should not. She's also living with Taylor, and Chance has an issue with that because he doesn't want the sister and, you know, and all of them to be living together, because he's not supposed to be around felons. And she feels like he's going to make her choose between her and her sister. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that Taylor has 3 children. She is 26 years old, y'all. 26. And she has an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And she says they're fun, but they're a lot to handle. Then why do you keep having children? Tell me why at 26, after you got pregnant with the first one in high school, why you would continue on having children when it is hard and you are by yourself. Now, I believe her 2 oldest are by someone else, and then the youngest is by another father. However the situation is, she has 2 kids, and then one of the other ones is with the daddy. Okay, but you know, he has them over the weekend, not nearly, you know, as much as somebody should have their child, but whatever. She believes that Chance, 40-year-old ass, is gonna be a father to her children. Girl, you need to be worried about the type of man he is, and if he's going to take advantage of your children, because I don't trust anybody. And you got 3 young girls that you going to bring a man that you don't know from prison into the house with them. Okay. Her daughter is saying that she wants to go to prison to see Chance. Problematic as fuck. He calls and talks to her and the kids. He says that he called like 10 times, and he knows that she was talking to one of her little boyfriends in that hick town. Something makes me feel like a lot of these men in prison don't even be stressed out over these women like that, but the women like to feel like somebody is coveting them and jealous, so they put on when they get on the phone with them. We've seen this before. But either way, he says that he called like 10 times. He knows she's talking to her little boyfriends in that hick town. I'm like, damn, that hick town? Did he have to play her like that? Chance doesn't want to be around her sister because she does drugs. Being around her could violate his parole. She feels like her sister living with her is how she makes sure that her sister is okay. So that's going to be an issue. Okay. Hold up. Let me see what y'all are saying in here. As the Afro-Panamanian, you are not wrong, Bondi. Our families are all mixed up, but much like the rest of the world, the colonizers want us to hate each other. I know. You know, I know. Listen. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all saw a picture. Y'all saw pictures of my family members. Those are my close. Like those are my mom's brothers and sisters and their children. Like, okay, that's my close knit family. And as you see, we are like all kinds of shades, light, in the middle, dark. Like we are all kinds of shades. And I feel like it is no different in the families of other, Black people. That's just the way it goes. Like it's called pigmentation, but the pigmentation don't always look the same. Thank you. I love them. They disgusting asses. I love them. I had a good time with them this weekend. They really blessed me, us all being around each other like that. So let's go ahead and move on to the next couple, y'all. Let's see. Lacey and Antoine. He's creeping me out. Possession of a stolen vehicle and DUI, 3 years. He's 27 and she's 38. Okay. So he's been in jail for 3 years. She met him 5 years ago through his mother. Okay. She was married. She filed for divorce. And to me, it seems as if she filed for divorce after she was started cheating with Antoine. He's 27. She's 38. Like I said, he's moving in with her when he gets out. His mom, Christy, was Lacey's friend, and she said that she was fine with Lacey and Antoine dating. But it seems as if that was a lie. And she decided to send him a letter as if she is someone else to try to catch him in a lie, to try to see if he's cheating on her. Did I get that right? Y'all, first of all, worrying about if somebody is cheating on you when they're in jail is stupid. Like, I think that's just so fucking stupid. And then on top of that, Lacey, you're a 40-year-old woman wanting to be with a 20-something-year-old convict who is your close friend's son, and you're upset with her for being upset with you. I don't know what's going on in y'all little hick town, but I'm gonna wait on it because this all seems problematic to me. Lacey, you seem problematic to me. Antoine looks problematic to me. I can't wait to get more of this conversation from Antoine's mother because I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on because it's all weird. It's all weird. I don't like it. His vibe is getting, it's giving more than possession and stolen vehicle, DUI in his picture. I don't know Antoine like that, but Antoine is giving, making a murderer. And Lacey is giving, I'm down for whatever, even if that includes doing terrible things to people so I can keep a man. So I don't know what's going on here, but I don't like how it feels on my screen. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next couple, which is Kevin and Tiffany. Kevin and Tiffany. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Kevin is one of those white boys that's swagged out. He one of them white boys that get lined up like Black people, which I think is a far better look than the way some of you white boys do your hair. Okay. But I always find it problematic when white men who, kind of have this Black guy aesthetic, for lack of a better term, you see them fucking with mostly like hick, low-key racist white girls. It's weird. Like, is it just me? Is it just me that y'all notice this? So that they can be, acting out they drug dealer, boyfriend, girlfriend, Black people fantasies, calling each other nigga and all of that. Like, is it just me? Is it the vibe that y'all are getting, or am I tripping? Tell me. Okay. Either way, I kind of liked Kevin. I don't know why, but okay, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that kind of liked Kevin. Okay. But it definitely was giving me, I act like I like white. I mean, I act like I like Black people, but it's only because I want to say nigga, nigga, nigga all the time. So yeah, we're gonna wait and see. I'm gonna wait on it, but it's the vibe I'm getting straight off rip. Right, they always be with a white girl. Exactly. So it's like, so who do you have this aesthetic for? You have this aesthetic for white women? That's interesting. I'm gonna let it go. Okay. Anyway, Kevin describes himself as a gently used baby daddy, which I appreciated. I thought it was funny. He goes on a date with this woman who he is friends with, and proceeds to talk about his relationship with Tiffany, who's in prison. They met before she got popped almost 5 years ago. He says he wants a meaningful relationship with Tiffany while he's on a date with his friend who he's going to fuck later. The girl he's on a date with is like, I didn't think that you would even be with someone like that, someone in jail. Then he talks about Kayla, his BM, who has keyed a girl's car that he was smashing. She's crazy. The girl on the date is a friend that he's had for 15 years, and she thinks he just likes drama. So he like crazy white girls to act like stereotypical ignorant black women. And this is when we try to remind y'all that we are not the only ones that are out here acting an ass. Y'all like to put that on us, like black women are the only ones out here giving people a hard time and acting a fucking fool. But no, ho, it is not just us. These white girls are just as angry, problematic, and crazy. And the thing that makes them even more annoying is that they're trying to act like the black girls that they've seen on TV and Jerry Springer and shit. That's what they're doing. Okay, that's why I said they trying to act out they best black drug dealer girlfriend boyfriend fantasies with each other. Okay, very much giving culture vultures without being in the culture, but definitely doing things that feel like, oh yeah, we gonna get a nigga out of one of y'all for sure. Okay, he's still fucking his BM. His son says that he needs to cut Kayla off, okay? But he keep fucking with her. So he fuck with her and then he fuck around with other people because they're not in a relationship. And then she finds out that he's on a date or fucking with somebody and she shows up and acts a fool. And that's what she did. They were filming a confessional at his house and she pulled up screaming, calling him a pussy ass nigga, like I told y'all. And I was like, I am not computing what is going on here. I don't even understand. I don't even know why we doing this. What are we going through right now and why is it happening? Okay. What is going on and why is she upset? His little ex is probably gonna meet her match. Oh, she is. She is. Them be the ones that be doing all of that running up and they run into the right black girl and they get they ass ambered. Okay. Shout out to Jocelyn's Cabarets. But we're gonna see where this goes, okay? Because Kevin definitely gives. I act like I'm all calm and cool, but I'm a chaos agent. I'm an agent of chaos. Okay, let's move on to Rick and Radine. Okay, another couple that gives me white supremacy. So he's a self-proclaimed slut. He's in a motorcycle club, another scary factor. I'm sorry, y'all. Whenever I see old white men tatted up on motorcycles, and you don't make it a point to make us know that you're not racist and you're not, unassuming, if you don't make it a point to let us know, I just like bike riding and tattoos and shit, I'm not a flaming racist trying to find people to brutalize, then I'm fine with you. But as a black person, child, it's giving white supremacy. But either way, these are what my notes say. He dated Radine when she was 18 years old and he was 40. She is now 29 and he is 49. They are 20 years apart, okay, in age. And so that means that this is disgusting. And that he was fucking with her when she was a teenager. And now, he's talking to her while she's in jail and wants to be with her now that she is grown. And it almost seems like some type of grooming that has taken place. But it's probably not the grooming that he thought. Radine gonna get out of jail and do the most. Okay, Radine gonna get out of jail and whoop up on that ass, if you ask me. She got arrested for meth. And she's been locked up for 5 years. She's getting out the same week. And she is going into a halfway house. She lost a lot of family during the time that she was in jail. And apparently Rick believes that she's ready to start her life over and do something different. He was also an addict. It's very much giving John and Christiana on a slick. But he was a dope addict. He said he was stuck on heroin from the ages of 12 to 18. I said, God damn, 12 to 18. Where were your parents? Lord have mercy. Probably introducing him to the shit, because I see a lot of y'all like to introduce y'all kids to the drugs that y'all use. Y'all ain't shit. His bike buddies are worried that she may be using him. And I'm like, bike buddies, y'all are worried about him using her. Y'all are not worried about the fact that his old ass was fucking a 18-year-old. That's what I can't stand about you men. You men can roll around in packs. You're in a fucking motorcycle gang. You come off as aggressive and unsafe for most people around you. And let's not act like motorcycle gangs don't have, like, you know, a narrative of being violent, not only against Black people, but against women. So as we see you talking about how you've been dating and grooming this girl since she was a fucking teenager, but your old ass friends are worried about her taking advantage of you when you obviously took advantage of her when she was 18 or younger. Because, you know, y'all say 18, but really that means you were fucking with her when she was underage. Okay? When you tell me 18, that usually makes me feel like you was fucking with her when she was underage, but you just want to say 18 because that sounds better, because legally that is better. But we all know that a 40-year-old man fucking with an 18-year-old is problematic for a plethora of reasons, but more so because you want someone that you can control. You want someone who will think that you're the bee's knees because you have things that her young ass has not had the time or life experience to acquire or have been through. So you want to be with her because you can groom her and control her from a young age up until now. The problem is that Radine was out here doing whatever the fuck she wanted to do. So I don't know if that is exactly going to work on her, but I find it so problematic that big, hairy motorcycle men with tattoos are worried about him being taken advantage of by the girl that he's been fucking since she was 18. Boy, bye. It's white slave trade for real. I knew some rougher bikers back in the day, and they traded women just like they did guns and drugs. Then you know how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking about, right? Okay. I hate to say it, but she probably was a club pass around if he's in a motorcycle club. And they be saying that shit, and them girls be really thinking that they want to be passed around because, you know, being with the most violent man must make them feel safe as long as that violence isn't being exacted out on them. But, you know, and those women, a lot of the times, like, those women are so problematic because they'll be being beat and grape juiced and all of that by these men, and then still turn around and be some of the most evil, racist, venomous white women ever. So when I'm looking at their situation too, you know what I'm feeling? White supremacy. Okay, let's press on. So Kayla and Martell, the only 100% Black couple without any confusion on this show. Oh Lord. All right. So she met him through her cousin. She hasn't seen him since 2018. She isn't usually into men in prison. We thought she was gonna be a hood chick, but she seems smart. She seems smart, but somehow she's in a relationship with a nigga in jail and doing way too much and has expectations that are unrealistic, like a $40,000 engagement ring that she think Martell from prison is going to be able to get her. Okay. She left her family in Pittsburgh to move to Atlanta so that she can be there when he got out of jail. She plans to have him raw dog her as soon as he gets out of prison. I said, so a man that has not proven to you he can take care of you and a child, you're going to get pregnant by him. You're not that smart. It's crazy. Bitches that be, you know, head of HR, but out here letting a man that just got out of prison shoot your club up. Do you know how problematic that is? Do you know how problematic it is for you to have raw sex with a man that just got out of prison? There are so many reasons why not to do that, but I'm going to give you the two main reasons. First of all, this man has not proven that he can do anything for you and a child, Kayla. He just got out of jail. You don't know what type of money he got to pay back the government. You don't know if he's going to be able to get a job. You don't know if he's even going to give a fuck about you and a child enough once that pressure has been put on him. Because see, once men get out of jail and they realize that no longer are people taking care of them, because that's what happens in prison. As much as prison is somebody telling you what to do, it's also somebody providing you with clothing, food, room and board, and everything you need on a daily basis. Okay? So he's gonna have a woman and a child depending on him when he can't even depend on himself, just getting out of jail, having to get his psyche and his mind right for the switching from being inside prison to outside. So you in technical support with your cute little job and your cute little face and your nice braids gonna let this 37-year-old drug and gun trafficker who's been in jail for 13 years, you're gonna let him impregnate you. Now, mind you, he's been in jail for 13 years. So are you going to assume that he hasn't had sex with any of the men in prison? Are you gonna assume that he hasn't had sex, raw sex, with any of the men in prison? Because to me, if you did 13 years in jail, I may not need to have a conversation with you, but you're going to need to go to the doctor and get checked up and make sure everything is legit. Because I'm not going to assume that you have not been given some type of, STD while having necessary sex in prison. I'm sorry. I'm not stupid enough to assume that you haven't had sex in prison for 13 years. And it's very much a possibility. There's some niggas out here that's not out here fucking no dudes in prison. Got you. But there are also a lot of dudes out here that's fucking dudes in prison because they've been in prison for 13 years and people got needs. And I guess you get tired of jacking off and fucking your own hand up with the calluses. So I guess you wanted to have somebody with a strong jawline go ahead and move their mouth around on your piece and they can have something in your mouth and get on your dick and then you put your dick inside her and now next thing you know, your insides is fucked up. See what I mean? Reasons not to have raw dog sex with men that just got out of jail. Stupid. Oh, they do? I didn't know that. I ain't never fuck a man out of prison, so I don't know that. They have to get STD tested when released. That's good to know. That's good to know. But does she get that information or does he get that information? Because he can go get tested and find out he has something and not tell her. And then you are, and here you are, raw dogging on day one, and you don't have the information and what's all up in your womb. And they be messing with the female guards too. Okay, it's plenty of gay for the state. Exactly. Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't mad. Like, if I go to prison, I'm probably gonna fuck one. If I'm in prison for 10 plus years, bitch, I'm fucking somebody. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Prison seemed real nasty, and I may not be in the mood. I may not be in the mood to fuck you on a prison cot, girl. I don't know. You gonna have to be real hot to make me want to have sex with you in prison, girl. You gonna have to be somebody I would have fucked with outside of prison and been like, oh, bitch, we in prison, but girl, you gonna be my girlfriend up in here, and maybe after. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Child, listen, that's all I got for y'all on Ratchet reality. Okay. I'm going to try to come to y'all for Jocelyn's Cabaret in the Black Ink Crew version of Ratchet reality today. Okay, because it's 1:45, but I really want to get my workout in and done with. And once I am showered and I have collected myself, then I will see about coming back to y'all. And right, these men don't be telling y'all about these STD results. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that, CC. Thank you for joining. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and go. Don't forget to sign up for the website, BondyBlueShow.com. All right. Exclusive content over there as well. I love y'all, and I will see y'all later. Peace out.